All right. What's up, Facebook? You guys already know the deal, man. I told y'all that I was going to get this young lady on the show, and she gonna keep it all the way 100, man, and really show you guys what we've been missing. Talked about being the first Black woman-owned company on the New York Stock Exchange, man. It might even be greater than that, man. She might be the first Black-owned company, period. But I'm gonna let her talk a little bit about that, man. So go ahead and share the stream out. I might have to abbreviate my normal intro so we can get this queen on and let her do her thing and really help to educate our folks, man. So let me hit the share button myself. Get it shared onto my page. Share. I don't even have time to let the stream build up, man. I'm going to go ahead and start the show right now. Get us going on YouTube as well. And let me make sure that this thing is on. All right, there we go. So you guys know how we do it, man. Go ahead and share the stream. Let's go ahead and start the show officially this morning.
Put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real rappers being real was him. My life been seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real rappers being real was him. My life been seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money. All you guys just like being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. It's the love of money that's rewarding. You don't like money so much, why you get up and go to work? Yeah, everybody do get involved on the things they want to do. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr.
Good morning, Black world, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur and life insurance agent, coming to you live and direct from the Black Momma Tea Cafe studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It is truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to come before you each and every morning. Do me a huge favor, guys. If you're not familiar with Black Momma Tea Cafe, you're going to get familiar with it today. Not only is it the brand of the ages, but there's also an investment opportunity that you're going to learn about today where we can help create one of the first and only Black-owned national chains of anything, right? I talk about all the time, we some chicken-eating people, but you realize we don't have a national chicken chain? That's odd to me. Well, you're gonna get your opportunity to invest and hear from the founder of this wonderful company as she shares from her heart, not only about the investment opportunity, but more importantly, about where we are in this time and space in history and an opportunity for us to really build some serious generational wealth. So do me a favor, if you're checking us out on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not already subscribed, please do me that favor and make sure when the show is over, you grab the link to today's show and you share it on your favorite social media timeline. And to my Facebook crew, you guys know you guys get to interact with us live throughout the course of the show. But before you start your interaction, go ahead and hit the share button right now. Everybody needs to hear this, man. I don't care what you got going on your timeline regularly. Everybody needs to hear this. So go ahead and hit the share button for me, please. And let's get this out. This is how we compete with the ratchetness out there, man. If we want to get access, we want to get our money up, we want to start building generational wealth. When we have opportunities to share good information that will help us along the way, then we have to start doing that. So go ahead and hit the share button for me, guys, on Facebook. And let's get ready to do this thing For real, for real. And like I tell you each and every morning, guys, if you're new to the show and you don't know exactly who the show is for risers and grinders only, man. You got to be ready to get up, get out, and get something. In an economy that's based on your production, then produce. Period. This show is for legacy builders, man. If you're trying to build a legacy for your children, for that next generation, then this is your show. Now, on the other hand, who is the show not for? The show is not for the eternal bump on the lawn. The show is not for that pessimistic person who's got a problem for every solution. Nah, man. If you're always negative, man, we're going to ask you to politely exit the stream. We have a very low tolerance for negativity on this show. And like I tell you each and every morning, I have no problem with you not wanting to be wealthy. That's your prerogative. I do, however, have a problem with you having a problem with me wanting to be wealthy. Don't try to superimpose your limitations on me, man. And if you've never seen a future billionaire before, I want you to take a screenshot, and watch me work because it's going down. And then when I get my guest on, I want you to take another screenshot because that's a billionaire in the making as well. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great deal of honor. It's a privilege and a blessing that this lady would take time from her busy schedule to come hang out with little old me. So as I prepare to present to some and introduce to others the founder and CEO of Black Mama Brands, let me introduce you to Miss Vanessa Braxton. Hey, Queen, how are you doing this morning?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Can you hear me well?
We can hear you just fine. I am okay, but it ain't about me. It's all about you today.
I was about to crack this bottle open, but it's too early.
Early to crack the Black Mama Vodka this morning. So, Queen, tell everybody who you are. Give them a little bit about your story. And let's get into what Black Mama Brands not just is, but what it's all about and where you are going.
Well, you know, I'm CEO, president of Black Mama Vodka. I started Black Mama Vodka about 4 years ago in California. I'm a licensed distiller, master blender. So, you know, I'm partners with a distillery in Oregon, and then I have my distillery right here in New York. I own the only Black-owned manufacturing facility for tea, beverages, and distillers. So I'm the only Black-owned. I'm the only Black-owned tea manufacturer. And then when I say tea manufacturer, I manufacture actual tea bags that I have a patent on that holds whole tea leaves, you know. And then we do beverages here. I do private contracting, private labeling for other people. I also make an agave, Black Mama agave. I made that by accident because I had a small fire here. Yeah, and you know, and then it ended up going into the supermarkets, and it's all on Amazon. And I can't keep it going on Amazon because they keep, you know, running out. You know, so it's a good thing to have. Yeah. But you know, with that being said, of building this particular company for the last 4 years, you know, I have loyal customers. I'm in 26 states. I'm in Hong Kong. You know, I just got a UK office. I'm in France. A couple of weeks ago, one of my employees in France, we just did the Monte Carlo clubbing international show. So we'll be in, you know, Monte Carlo, which was a great, great event. You know, we do a lot of international business, which I love, you know, and I also sell to like a lot of the US embassies, beer, wine, and spirits. So, you know, that's on the government contracting end because they, you know, they buy a lot of high-end stuff. So for me, I've put myself in those verticals with, you know, my brand, not just with the vodka, but also now with Black Mama Vodka, you know, the teas, you know, how you pivot from the vodka to the teas. I make a chai tea vodka, green tea vodka, peach tea vodka. It's all made with teas. So I'm the only one that's in that space, and it's organic. Yeah, and it's kosher too, because like today is Happy Hanukkah. You know, we was pushing our vodka last night, deliveries like crazy to the temples, you know, especially here, you know, in New York. You know, I'm in New York right now, but in New York, it's, you know, a big thing with the holidays, you know, so.
Absolutely. So we've got a lot to dive into, man. And
go ahead, bring it on. Bring it out.
When I talked to you last week, yeah, you were just saying, I want people to get Everybody type in the chat manufacturing.
Oh, yeah.
Type in the chat manufacturing, because that's the true essence of production, right?
Yes.
We're encouraging on this show. I'm always encouraging our people that we got to produce, right?
Yes.
So you're manufacturing, but not only are you manufacturing, you guys are familiar with Dr. Claude Anderson. Claude Anderson said, don't just own retail, own the whole chain.
Mm-hmm.
You own the whole chain, from the ground that the tea leaves are growing in, to the vodka, the agave. Talk about the significance of owning the chain and what you can do laterally because you own the chain that a lot of wholesalers and buyers and distributors just can't do that kind of stuff because they don't own.
Right. You know, and it's easy to make money off of somebody's back. And right now, everybody's on this blockchain. Right now, I own the blockchain. What I do is, for example, I import, and we're talking about the teas or any product. I import the actual tea leaves. I have contracts with the gardens. I deal directly with the gardens. I'm working with actually a Black CEO in South Africa, Trevor Arts, hooked me up. So I'm going to be investing in that co-op, and they're going to be making Black Mama coffee beans, which will be an exclusive, and I'm going to import it, and I'm going to invest in South Africa with them. But I'm importing from Japan, China, the Himalayas in India, from Turkey. I pretty much bring in all these teas right here. I bring it in, we cut and sift. We bring it down, you know, I bring in kilos. So when I'm bringing it down from kilos, we cutting and sifting down from kilos to a pound, to a gram, to milligrams. And you know, you guys can feel me on that. So it's,
hey, we ain't new to moving weight.
No, and it's
not new to moving weight.
And you know what? It's the same thing.
It's the same
thing, but it's just a legitimate product, you know, that has probably more profit margins than anything else. You know, so, you know, so we manufacture, we cut and sift and package it. And that's the beauty. Once I package it, I'm the distributor. There's no middleman. You know, there's no middleman. I'm the distributor, even with the liquor. You know, in certain states, I distribute direct, but then I have certain wines and spirit. The distributors work for me. When the product is done, I'll give it to them. They have to follow through with what I want. But I'm the manufacturer, the owner. So why not just bring it into retail? Because there's no middleman. Because I have 27,000 customers online, you know, just retail customers. So now I can bring it to them and build from that. And that's the of owning. I own my equipment. You know, we have $500,000 worth of equipment. It's all paid for. When I say it's paid for, no bank loan, it's owned. The facility's owned. And I'm building another location. I'm building a location in Detroit, building another manufacturing facility in Detroit. I plan to have 4 manufacturing facilities around the country so we can facilitate this new venture of Black Mama Teas and Cafes that I'm allowing everybody else to get in on. And that's the key. Because with me doing Black Mama Teas and Cafe, guess what? I'm franchising it. You can have a franchise.
Right. Wait, hold on. Let's not go Black Mama Tea and Cafe yet. Let's not go Black Mama Tea. Because I need, and Cynthia says, sister is fierce. And you better believe she fierce. That's why we've been kept out for so much, because of the fierceness of our Black woman. I'm telling you, and that's why we've been so excluded, because everything we've got in and put our minds to, we just have a natural dominant takeover type spirit, and that's just what's happening. But before we get to the Black Mama Tea and Cafe, which is an excellent opportunity, but I want you to talk about now, as a manufacturer of your liquor, let's just keep it with the vodka right now. How many jobs are you creating, not just directly, but indirectly, because you are the manufacturer that makes you the wholesaler, the distributor, you're everything. So how many jobs roughly do you
8,300. When you get, when you do the numbers in terms of a brand and you expand out, and let's just do with the liquor. So for me, across the country, so I have 30 employees. But then those 30 employees deal with bars, with other employees. We deal with marketing companies. You know, now we got to hire, you know, the accountants. Now it's the licensing. Now, you know, other companies develop because we're manufacturing, you know, and it becomes an ancillary. And then it's the same thing here, because with my distributor, Southern Wines and Spirits, and even Atlanta Beverage Group, they have to have more salespeople added on. And then now the salespeople will go out to the liquor stores or the supermarkets or the restaurants. And then there's new restaurants that's opening. And then I'm co-branding with other brands. I don't know if you ever heard of Rum Chata. You know, Rum Chata, and you haven't heard of Rum Chata, but Rum Chata did $200 million last year.
Whoa. Okay.
And he's a good friend of mine, Tom Moss. You know, he started his brand about 6 years ago. I'm still in the infancy. You know, it's only 4 years. But once you in liquor and you own, like I own the liquor, I own the formula. It's not a phase. There's only 2 women in the liquor industry that physically are master blenders and distillers. Me, Black Momma Vodka, and Allison from Square One Distillery. You know, we physically have places that we manufacture.
So you're not just a face. You're not just some celebrity they hired and say, hey, let me use your name on this vodka, and we're going to call it yours. We're going to let everybody believe that you own this brand, but
no. You know why?
Go ahead.
You know why? Because, and it's fine that celebrities want to do that, but the juice is still owned by that manufacturer.
Yes, absolutely.
It's still owned by them. So what do you can do?
So, and then when you talk about creating, then you're still just, those are just the things that you touch. But then what if we could get some Black-owned company produce your bottles? Right? What if we can get exclusive partnerships with Black-owned trucking companies that do all of your deliveries? See, this thing.
And that's what I'm trying to work, right? And that's the whole purpose about Black Momma Teas and Cafes.
Yes.
Because I realized I already have an established company with, you know, Black Momma Vodka with B4MC Group. And a lot of my customers were asking, well, how can I invest in your company? Well, my company's already established. I brought that as a legacy for my children, because we don't have anything that's long-term legacy. This will be around well after I'm gone, you know, and I'm teaching my children that they're physically here. You know, they're in college, but they're physically here working. My daughter knows how to move, you know, how to move from a pound to, you know, to a gram to a milligram. And she knows what to do, and she's 15. I have to, you know.
Right.
So I got nephews that used to hustle that, you know, I'm trying to get them into this game, you know. But the thing is, I said, you know what? Why don't I start I saw a void, and why don't I start something so we all collectively could get it. And once I made that decision, the first thing I did was call my attorney, and I said, listen, when we do this, I need investors to do this, because I could do it myself, but I wanted to go public so that way everybody can eat. You know, the same way how Amazon, you know, all of them, the laws have changed. So that's why I started Black Momma Teas and Cafe in August, for this new startup, which is an extension of my brand. And that's what I'm going to do is, and what I'm doing, for example, is, you know, I'm picking like 3-some chocolate. They're a Black-owned company. I'm going to have their brand in Black Momma Teas and Cafes, and they're going to make stuff from me. So now I'm able to bring in Black-owned brands, women-owned brands, small businesses, veterans. I'm going to have 500 locations, because these are the 2 flagship stores that's going to open first. Why not? You know what I mean? That's going to create a lot of jobs.
That's so powerful. And then, see, I want to help people get it, because people didn't get that you said you also do Black label. So if I wanted Thornton vodka, then you could formulate me some stuff
Yeah.
And I can have my own brand out there right next to Black Mama, and you got the same brand. You got the high end. Do me some white top stuff, right? give me the dollar vodka stuff. Just give me that. Let me own that. Let me be the black,
I can do that too.
Let me be the black owned dollar. I want to spend all of the since they have all of the foreigners in our community selling all this liquor. Well, let me at least be the dollar liquor man, where everybody who's coming in with their little $2 bottles in their back pocket, they can at least be getting a black-owned liquor from the Arab corner store in the hood, right?
Right. And you can sell right to him because he's all he cares about is money. He doesn't care if the product is good or not. And that's an issue that I have. You know, my vodka is organic and it's kosher certified, and it's in, it's $33, but I beat out, Grey Goose and a lot of other companies. And the thing is, I don't put acids in my vodka. People got to think about, we're not drinking Absolute. We're not drinking our parents' liquor. People are more conscious about what they're putting in their body. And for me, my logo is made by a woman for women, but still strong enough for any man. Black Mama.
Nice.
Because it's, it's a healthy vodka. It's a healthy vodka. It is.
Vodka can get, right?
No chemicals. Because you know what? As a distiller and as a master blender, I can't drink any other people's brand. I got to know what's in there. You got, what is that? Fireball? It has propylene glycol in it. That's antifreeze. People have got to know what they're putting in their body. All those chemicals, made with natural flavors. Well, the name of the company that makes the chemical flavoring is called Natural Flavors. It's not really flavoring. It's a chemical.
Oh, man. I told y'all you was going to break it down. So when somebody says made with natural flavor, that's a brand. That's not a definition.
Right, the name of the company is Natural Flavor.
So that's a brand. So when somebody says made with natural flavors, it's made with the chemicals that come from that brand. Right. It's not a definition. We think natural flavors, that defines that the flavoring is all natural. It's a brand.
Not in liquor. And that's why with my liquor, even though this is a finished bottle, we tore this out. But even with my liquor, you see it says classified by the government, superior handcrafted vodka infused with tea leaves. Anytime you see infused, that means there's no chemicals. And there are very few of us that are doing that in this market. And the truth is, I was going to make a peach to compete. And when I got the chemicals sent to me, I was like, okay, I'm supposed to put chemicals? Wasn't sure. The lady said, yeah. So I did the makeup, I added it, and it burned the hell out of my chest. And then I accidentally dropped some on my paper, and it burned a hole through my paper.
Wow.
And that's when I said to my husband, I can't do this. If I can't drink it, then I can't sell it. Right. So I have to find another way. And I'm busy educating a lot of people, especially women. We have adverse effects. I'm almost 50. So I want to be drinking till I'm 99. I don't want to have an issue. So I looked into the best way of making this without it affecting women. Those are my largest customers as well.
I love that. I love that. This is powerful, guys. If you're just jumping on, we're listening to and learning from Vanessa Braxton, founder and creator of Black Mama Brands. Black Mama Vodka includes Black Mama Agave, includes Black Mama Tea Cafe. Because now, see, this is what I'm trying to get my brothers and sisters to understand. The money is in the distribution. See, we produce a lot of great things, but we distribute very few. Yeah. So now you are manufacturing. That means you're taking the plant from your importers, and that's the only place you're spending money with.
I'm importing it. And I'm importing it. I'm getting the
Right.
container there. They bring it to my container, and that's my container that's coming here.
And
we
nobody
all
else. It's just you and the relationship you have with the person that's growing that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's powerful in itself. So now you go to the manufacturing deal. Now, here's the thing. There's no doubt in my mind because you have now wait, before we even go to the tea and cafe, because I want people to get every step in the chain.
Yeah.
Because you became a manufacturer and a producer, you saw a need to do something that was not being done, and you revolutionized the market. Now you own a patent that will mess around and be worth more than
sick.
Come on now, because you're in the production stage. So when you're guys, the cotton gin was manufactured, was produced, and thought of and dreamed of by the people who were doing the producing.
That's right.
Here is a better way that we could. So as you were in the production of creating your teas and stuff, you said, wait a minute, here's something that we need to do. Nobody's doing whole tea leaves because they can't figure out the bagging, and you figured it out in patent.
Let me God honest truth. I only started the tea this like last year, maybe last year, end of last year. And because I was left with so many tea leaves. But then I'm a retired structural engineer. I don't know if you know. I did engineering for 20 years. I oversaw construction contracts. My husband's an engineer. So for me, my mind is always going. I used to make liquor in school on college campus, but that's another story.
That's for beyond the screen. You'll hit them with that beyond the screen.
But what I end up doing is, because you're a manufacturer and you're here producing, you're always experimenting. You have that flexibility and the ability to own your own stuff, and you're doing research and you're there doing it. It's a aha moment. It's like, oh my gosh, I wonder if anybody's ever thought of this. And it's because you have access and you have the equipment. I don't have to run to anybody to do testing. My testing lab is right here. So we can pump up with anything. And that's the beauty of it. So when I got this product, actually a friend of mine, he patented the media, white guy, sent it to me. Vanessa, I don't know what to do with this. I said, well, all right, let me put it in one of my machines. And that's when it hit me. It's a biodegradable paper. Not even paper. It's not even paper. It's biodegradable, made with sugarcane, plant-based, non-GMO, organic filter. And I created it in my machine. My machine got stuck, and it created this pillow tea bag. And I said, oh, and I just threw some whole tea leaves in there. And that's when I said, let me see if this worked. And it worked. So then I started breaking down the calculation. I showed it to him. I just took a picture, showed it to him. And he said, oh my God, let's partners. I said, no. I immediately called my attorney. I need a patent on this right now. Because you know what? I'm the only one that's going to manufacture them. And then I have the plate. The beauty is I own the custom plate to make the tea bag. You got to own stuff.
I'm telling you, and everybody put ownership in the chat. Because I want you to get, so I know this is going to be wildly successful. I know that.
Oh, I know it too.
But
y'all need to catch up.
Yeah, we already know. So y'all need, but just by going through the process of trying to do something, if nothing else happens, and you came out with the patent and the plate only, that you can license to the entire industry.
And certain big company came to
I know
me.
they want you to, and you don't have to, but just follow me. If nothing else happens, if Black Mama Brands, you just said, I'm gonna put it down. I'm just gonna license this plate and this patent.
I can do that.
You're still gonna be a billionaire because that came out of production. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. That came out of making an attempt to own something and not just falling for the okie doke.
I'm gonna give you an exclusive. I'm gonna give you an exclusive. Hold on 1 second.
See, this is why you got to tune in to Talking Money in the Morning Live, man. We get exclusive. So ownership is important. Now we're going to talk about the investment opportunity, because those of you who I want you to put, you've listened to this lady talk. I want you to put $500. If you can scrape together at least $500, I want you to put $500 in the chat, and you're committed to going to the WeFunder and investing at least $500. Put $500 in the chat, and don't put it in there if you plan. Put $500
in time for that.
because Vanessa is going to follow up with you. We're going to go send you to the WeFunder page so that you can invest.
Right.
We're going to get it done.
Yeah.
We're going to get it done. So exclusive.
Okay, you better tell your people to take a look at it. I'm putting this out. This is going to be a Black Momma Tea Cafe product. And that's the key. When you own it and everybody's coming to you. I was already offered $40 million for the tea bag, and I said no, because I'm going to use that exclusively into Black Momma Tea Cafe.
So what was the offer for the tea bag?
40 million.
40, not 4 million.
No, 40 million. Big, 40 million. There's only large manufacturers, and you guys know that's who it is.
Yeah.
And they're not doing it. Yeah.
So she's already been offered 40 million for the patented tea bag that I told you, if nothing else comes of it, she's got a $40 million asset she's sitting on. If she decides to walk away from this, come on, y'all.
Walking away.
Man, ownership.
You
Go
ready
ahead.
for this? Are you ready?
Give us the exclusive.
Okay. You know Nespresso, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I really don't. But
what? Nespresso?
I really don't. I don't drink coffee and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to pretend I do.
Just say yes. Nespresso competes with Keurig. You know Keurig, right?
Yes, I'm familiar with Keurig.
Okay, so Keurig has 22 million subscribers. Nespresso came into the market last year with their own pods. Mm-hmm. Well, their pods, you buy their machine, you put their pods in, but then you have to throw their pods. You can't throw their pods away. You got to mail it to them because it's going to hurt the environment. Mm. I told them that they needed to do, because I know people at Nespresso, they needed to do something that's biodegradable. Mm-hmm. You know, white folks don't want to listen, right?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
They don't, because I'm small to them. Nestle, I am small to Nestle. Nestle is a publicly traded company. Right. So, all right, you don't want to listen. I'm a patent biodegradable Nespresso pods.
Whoa!
Nespresso compatible.
Right.
Biodegradable. They're going to have Black Mama, anything I want on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to sell it in the market. And then, since you didn't want to listen to me, I'm going to sell it to you too. You hear me? But my product is going to be in here. Everybody else is going to come to me. They don't have a choice.
Yeah, because you already sold all these machines. So now people are going to say, hey, I want a biodegradable pod. I don't want to be mailing nothing back to you. Right. And I can get Black Mama tea in them. And I can get the new 2018 Black Mama coffee in them.
Not only that, I'm going to have other brands. This is what y'all want to do, your own coffee brand, your own blend. Set that with it. This is the only. This is patented. It's biodegradable. This is what the future is. And they don't have it because I got a partner on this now. We have the patent. So nice. We getting the machine. Y'all, they don't want to see. That's the problem. But people don't want to listen, and instead of me, I don't drive fancy car. I drive a Honda. Well, I do have an Infiniti, but I'm very comfortable. But I'll take my money and do something like this.
Do
Oh, you
something
don't
like
listen to me? I'm telling you to do this and you don't want to listen to me. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it. Like Jay-Z said, I'm gonna charge them so much money, like what they did to Cold Crush It, because that's what we need to do. Because they're gonna come for this, because they're not gonna have a choice.
They don't have a choice.
But I'm gonna be rolling this out with Black because I'm the distributor. And then now when we have Black Momma Teas and Cafes, and then we'll have the franchisees, and then we'll have our 500 stores. What do you think that I'm gonna have all their customers coming in and buying this?
Wow.
That's what we need to do.
So,
that's how we got to think.
Ladies and gentlemen, is the power of ownership. Because not only power of ownership, you just said something that I really want to touch on. You said, hey, I got an Infiniti in the garage, but I'm gonna drive the Honda. I'm just comfortable. But because you're comfortable and you're financially secure, the stress of money problems are gone. And now you can use that very, very creative engineering brain of yours to come up with multi-million-dollar ideas that are patentable.
Well, I've been very comfortable for a long time. I'm an accredited investor.
Yes, and we'll talk about that.
I did buy AOL and Amazon 22 years ago.
Yes, and see, and that's the deal. That's for a very long time. So you've been cooking this stuff up because you're not worrying about how the bill's gonna get paid.
No, bills always been paid.
So that's where I'm trying to get our people to understand is there is a fog around you that you don't even realize is there when you're dealing with financial stress and strain.
Yeah, that's true.
You're seeing clearly, but you're not. Yeah. And that stuff lifts off of you. Like you said, for a long time now, you've been able to see clearly. And we're going to get
now,
into
don't get me wrong. I've had money problems too, but big money problems, because it is true.
Right. You know? Yeah. I got you. But the day-to-day stuff is I can see an opportunity. Not only can I see an opportunity, because I'm okay financially, I can seize an opportunity. See, it's not free for you to file a patent, right?
No.
So some of us have these patentable ideas, but we don't have the capital to get on the phone. You said, what was the first thing you did after that thing came out that machine? I called my attorney and said, I need to patent it right now. And your attorney's going to send you an invoice, and you're not worried about that.
No.
First thing a lot of people are going to do is I need to patent this. Where I'm going to get the money from before I call the attorney. But
don't worry about that, because attorneys will definitely, work with you. I always said, I'm almost 50. I'm 40. I'm going to be 50 in a year and a half, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bought my very first house at 23.
Okay.
My very first house at 23 years old. At 23 years old is a long time ago, 25 years ago. But for me, and which is very important, my father worked in the stock market. So my father worked in stock, so I've always had a brokerage account. So I've always had money that I put to the side and learned investing and doing that and diversifying my investments. So at 23 years old, I had $25,000 saved. A Black young girl, and you know what? And it to me was like, I'm buying a house, and people were like, "What? Everybody's partying and bullshitting and partying." No, I'm getting me a house.
Right.
And my friends was like, "What do you want?" No, I'm getting a house. Now at 23, that was one of the best things that I did. And then my boyfriend at the time, which is now my husband, he's from straight up East New York, straight from the gully. He said, "What? You buying a house? I'm going with you." If you're talking about buying a house, I'm going with you. But that set it off, because I used to just put $100 a week away in a passbook so I didn't have to touch it. And then I started baby steps. Then I started investing, in small stocks and stuff. And once I knew that, And then I learned about credit. And then you have first-time home buyers where you can only put 3% down. And well, I'm taking advantage of this. We're talking about 1992, 1993. I graduated college in 92. And all I saw was, I want my house. And that's how I look at things. When I want it, I'm doing it, but I'm gonna get there. Just like how I know I'm going to a New York Stock Exchange, it's happening with or without you. I don't let, you're not stopping me because I know what plans. The same thing with these people. I could be sitting on the sidelines and I like to stay low, but then I'll bust out with these and it's like, oh, okay. Because that's how you got to do. And that's how we have to think. I always say we got to think large in a small way.
Yeah, absolutely. Because nobody's thinking that you can make $1 billion on a few hundred million of those little cup sold, right? So that's big in a small way. This is a small little thing. And nobody's thinking that this small little thing, this small little patent on this biodegradable thing is crazy. So really quickly, before we get into the Black Momma Tea and Cafe, that was the other thing I definitely wanted to touch on with you is the financial education that was passed down from your dad and set you up with a thought process, like you said, was different from the, hey, party girl, let's file out. You had a different thought process when it came to money because the financial education that came down from your dad. And this is why I teach financial education and try to turn people on to people like you, because we got to shift our mindset, start seeing our money differently. And I tell everybody, I said, most Americans see their money like the harvest. You got to start seeing your money like the seed. And when you see your money differently, you do different things with it. So I shout out to Dad, man. What's your dad name? Let me shout Dad out.
Well, he's no longer alive, but shout out to Errol Gray Zandy because he was crazy.
Man, shout out to Dad for imparting this knowledge, and here his legacy is living on.
Yes, he would be proud.
Early on in life. So I appreciate that so much. So now, distribution. So we got a lot of I'm-ins. We got a lot of $500. Listen, do me this favor.
We gonna see.
Listen, do me this favor. I want you to go click on the link in the description, and I want you to go make that $500 now, because watch this. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go to screen share real quick because I want them to see where you're sitting right now, and I want this to change before the show is over. So right now she's sitting at 27.5.
And that just started.
Right. If everybody's saying I'm in, this should not be at 27.5 when we finish the show. Does that make sense? Am I going too fast for you? If everybody's saying they're in, I know Evan is in. I know my man Charles Johnson is in. I know a few other people who are in. But if you're saying you're in, this shouldn't be at 27.5 at the end of the day, right?
And they take Bitcoin too.
And they take Bitcoin. What? And they take Bitcoin too. So I want you to enter this. I want you to in the description. The link to this is in the description. If you don't want to look at the description, let me grab it here, and I will put it in the chat for you too. We'll make it really, really easy for you.
Thank you.
But what I want you to talk about now is I alluded to it earlier, and I kind of kept getting sidetracked. But now the money is in the distribution, right? Yes, you have your own teas, you have your own liquor, and you do have this stuff in bars and stuff all over the country, right?
Yes.
I want you to see the website as well. But how much of a game changer is it when you have all of these locations all over the country, your own distribution outlets? That's the part that we don't see is, for instance, we have a lot of Black-owned restaurants. We don't have any Black-owned restaurant chains nationally, but a lot of Black-owned restaurants could be carrying your liquor, but they could also be carrying the chocolate that you have, the teas. They could be carrying a Black line of ketchup for goodness sakes. That's a distribution outlet that nobody's tapping into, right?
Right. Absolutely.
But now you're going to create your own distribution chain of teas and cafes. We know it's going to feature the products. What else is it going to feature?
It's going to feature other people's products just as well. And there's another thing that I've already signed up for, Amazon. You know, have you ever heard of Amazon lockers?
I haven't heard of Amazon lockers.
It's sick. Amazon is one of my, let me tell you, I don't care what brand you have. Even if you have a small brand and you making something in your kitchen, get your stuff on Amazon. They got 260 billion customers.
Nice.
260 million, you know, and they international. And I only started with Amazon just about a year ago. They've been on my back for 2 years. But the good thing about them is they allow you to distribute through their channels just as well. You know, and when you're a restaurant, or let's say you have a restaurant, you have a restaurant. People are going to come into your restaurant and they're going to pitch to you. Oh, and then you're going to say, oh, that sounds good. Well, why don't you, as the restaurant owner, get online and do your own research? Type in Black-owned, you know, liquor, Black-owned agave, or Black. You'll be so surprised what's out there. I found a gentleman, he makes, and I'm going to post it up. He makes seasoning. This seasoning is amazing. It's called Cooking by Color. A brother, man, he sent me his package. The packaging is amazing. It's going to be in Black Momma Teas and Cafes. Not only that, because it's going to be on the retail, we're going to use it in our bagels, in our cream cheeses, because we have bagels being made. And I'm going to use it in our drinks. This is a Black-owned, I don't even know what you would call him, a seasoner, but he has his seasonings in package. And to me, it's hard with distribution. He would blow every single seasoning company out of the water. You know, and what's hard is the distribution. For me, I have the distribution network. I have supermarkets. You know, I do have distributors who work for me. Yes, because you have to do that. And then, you know, you have UNFI, they're the organic distributors. But you don't have to do that. Those are all options. And then I sell to the government. Then I sell to the school districts. Then I sell overseas. Overseas it's a big market. They're hungry for anything that's U.S. brand. And I don't know why, you know, just any type of American brand, why we're just sticking here. I'm serious. I sell so much with liquor and my brands overseas, especially my liquor. Plus, the U.S. government gives me marketing money to market outside of the U.S.
Yeah, because it's just like here, we tend to favor imports over domestic. So over there, our products are imports. So they would like to partake in imports over there as well. And for real, I broke this down on a show a few weeks back, or probably a few months back, and I just talked about what you're talking about now, us collaborating with one another versus competing. So when you say you're going to put that brother's seasonings in your shop, so now in all of your marketing material, it could say as seasoned by color. And that's going to boost him, right? You're going to be able to say our chocolate bagel is featured the chocolate brand from the other. So now that's marketing, cross-marketing and cross-promotion because of the distributorship that you are creating throughout your stores. And come on now. So
when you go in WeFunder, you're going to see Corn Crush. I already brought them, and they're sisters, Black-owned. I love that. This is vegan. They're vegan, gluten-free. They make this amazing, I don't even know what it is, but it's made from corn. And then now they're going to use my agave. But you'll see their product in WeFunder, Corn Crush. This is a carrot. We have so many Black-owned companies, and they came here yesterday, the day before yesterday, because we did a pajama event. She couldn't believe the facility that I had. And she said, Vanessa, I don't have the money yet to do a big facility like this. No, but you can go rent a kitchen.
Yes.
You can rent a kitchen, and you can start buying your equipment. Start buying your oven. You know, order it from China, have it made. When they're mobile, you can take it anywhere. Your equipment is assets that if you need to take a loan on later on, asset-based lending, you can do that. Your equipment is money in the bank when it's paid for. So she's going to start small. And I told them, as I scale, you guys are going to scale.
You're going to scale.
You know, especially with this, because I already have 27,000 customers. Anytime I put something out there, my customers buy it. They're buying vodka on the regular. They're buying teas and anything else that, of course, you don't think my 27,000 customers are going to try to come to the first 2 locations?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then they're going to be exposed to
exactly
25, 35, 45 other not Black-owned products, but Black-owned companies.
Right. With their products.
And that's the thing. And you're going to be exposing Black-owned companies, not just a single product. This is an entire brand. I may only have Corn Crush in just 1 or 2 flavors, but no, this is a whole company. They're down the street. Go down there and shop with them too, right? That's powerful. So real quick, we are running out of time.
Already?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But listen, I tell everybody all the time, there's nothing like investing in private equity business. So talk to us about what the investment opportunity is like. We know there's a minimum buy-in at $500. You go to WeFunder. I put the link in the chat. So I've got a couple of people asking, what is the investment opportunity? Break that down for us real quick.
The investment opportunity is you're getting equity stock. You're owning stock in Black Momma Teas and cafes. You know, it's not a debt security.
$500 makes you a part owner.
You'll have 100 shares because it's $5 per share right now.
Wow. So $5 per share, you get 100 shares when you make that $500 buy-in minimum.
Now you can buy more.
You can absolutely buy more, the minimum is it starts at 500. And even if you have to partner with a family member and say, hey guys, we all got $100 a piece. We're all just gonna buy in, and now we're gonna split the shares. Whatever you have to do, I'm in love with the idea of a Black-owned national chain.
But check this out. But hold on. This is very serious. This is why I'm going to be the first Black-owned company or Black woman-owned company on New York Stock Exchange. I don't think people realize that Obama changed the SEC laws with the Jobs Act. This just became effective last year, May, and it just really started working as of May of 2017, where non-accredited investors now can come in and buy stock of a startup. Imagine if you could have bought, now I could have bought Facebook and I didn't because I'm an accredited investor. And when it came to me, because I'm a Harvard alumni, you know, and this was in 2005, it said, okay, can you know, do you want to? I said, oh, I don't think this would work. I'm kicking myself today, you know, because those were private.
Go back for a second. So we want to talk about those laws that changed, right?
Yeah, I'm ready to tell you.
Before, you had to be an accredited investor, and break that down. What is an accredited investor for a single person?
Accredited investor is someone or a family, whatever, that has either $1 million in assets or make over $250,000 a year. That you can be involved with early stage investing on first round or with a startup, knowing that it's going to go to an IPO. So you get in early. That way, when it's time for IPO, you can sell or you keep it. But if you would rather be paying $5 a share than $160 a share, right?
Right. So this was Obama's doing.
Yeah, 2012. It's called the Jobs Act.
Don't want to give him a credit. We know that there's a lot of things he did and there's a lot of things he didn't do, but probably, if we know, just even in our small internal circles, that this could turn out to be his legacy. Because we don't have $250,000 incomes. We don't have the median net worth of a Black person in this country on average is below $9,000. So we've been excluded from the game since forever. But this single act that he did now allows me, with a measly $500 as an unaccredited investor, to take advantage of a first round investment opportunity in a company that's going to be a billion-dollar company in less than 10 years. Come on now.
That's going to the New York Stock Exchange.
On the New York Stock Exchange.
Right, because that's the goal.
So for nothing else, I'm going to put my money up to be able to say that I invested in the woman that became the first Black-owned company, because we're still trying to verify that you could be the first Black-owned company in the New York Stock Exchange.
I'm the first black woman owned, because there ain't no Black women on the New York Stock Exchange.
If you're not the first Black-owned, you could very well be the first Black woman owned. That's for sure going to happen. But we don't think that through the records there's ever been a Black-owned company traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So you might just be the first, just period. Right, we know Kathy Hughes in Radio One is on NASDAQ, so she is publicly traded, but not on New York Stock Exchange. So that's
right.
So again, just so that we're clear, minimum investment shares right now are $5 per share. Need a minimum $500 buy-in.
And hold up, it's never going to be like that again after this round, because after we finish this, then when this closes, because we have to hit 1,070,000, we got to hit 1,070,000. Then the SEC says, okay, you got to close it. We're going to close it. And we're still going to do what we're going to do what we need to do. But right after, in about a month or 2, 3 months, I'm doing the IPO section. I'm doing a Reg A IPO. My team has already set me up with 45,000 investors in the spring for, meetings. It's happening. The same team that just took Fat Brands public 2 weeks ago is my team.
Your team.
So moving forward. So let me tell you, y'all want to wait? Go ahead.
Yeah. That's what I was just gonna say. Let me stop you right there. It's never, ever
it's not
going to be less than $5 a share. Never, ever. So let me go back to screen share one more time real quick so that you guys can get this. And I want to show you the opportunity that you have and how vast the opportunity is. And you guys got to get this, man, because what does the acronym for POUR? Passing over opportunities repeatedly, right? So you have to get this, right? Now look at there. 20 went from 27.5 to 29.5. So you said you need to get to 1,070,000.
I haven't even shared it with AKA yet, Delta yet. I haven't even shared it.
So listen, guys, listen. She needs to get to 1,070,000 and she's at 29.5. That's a lot of room for you to keep going to your friends and family and say, hey, man, let's chip in and get some of these stocks, man. They $5 a share. Go form you an LLC with 3 or 4 people and y'all put $500 in a piece and y'all go own some of this company as an LLC that owns some of Black Mama Brands, man. Stop playing. This is crazy. From 29.5 to 1,070,000. Guys, I promise you I'm going to syndicate this show every day for the next 3 or 4 weeks. So it's going to increase. You're going to lose opportunities. She's going to get closer to that 1,070,000 every day. You guys want to come in now. If you have to go grab, see, somebody saying, what's the name of the stock? It's not on the exchange yet. That's
pre-IPO, pre-IPO.
This is pre-IPO. First round. This is before the pre-IPO.
Hold on. If they want to buy on the New York Stock Exchange when it's $23, that'll be fine.
So that's what we're talking about. If you wait to trading on the exchange, that's after market value. That's post-IPO. Do you want to wait for the post-IPO sale or do you want to get the pre-IPO sale?
Exactly.
So I will tell you this is, if you ever want to come back and do it again, you are certainly welcome. But it's 8 o'clock. That means it's time for us to go beyond the stream. This is where we kill Facebook. You and I are going to have an exclusive conversation about what's really going on. See, you gave them a lot, but we're going to have an exclusive conversation about what's going on for real, for real. But guys, before this Obama law changed, we have been historically excluded from opportunities like this.
And look up the Jobs Act. Tell them to look up the Jobs Act.
It's the Jobs Act. And
people are jumping on it like crazy.
Listen, I want you to understand how the game is played. It's called the Jobs Act. Who would think to go to the Jobs Act for a change in investment law? That's how the game is played, y'all. Yeah. The change in investment law is hidden in the Jobs Act.
Yep, Jobs Act. And that's now, you got these 80-year-old rule has been changed by Obama signing that in office. And that was the 2012, And now I'm the only Black chocolate good looking thing in this arena right now.
Yeah.
I'm taking it all in. And as soon as I'm getting it in, I'm dishing it out. We need to also have people set up businesses to get ready with this. This is so new. And before Crazy is out of office, before the things change in the office, I need to get there. So that way when I'm there, I can be like NYSE and change up and do what I need to do.
Absolutely. So we got us an inside woman in the game. Because
I'm going to invest in Black-owned businesses, women-owned businesses. Let me get there first. So that way I can dictate this is what's going to happen. Because the money is the key. And I'm realizing we got to realize that.
So I want you guys to understand something about portfolio diversification.
Yes.
Now, you can diversify your paper assets, and you should.
Right.
But then you should also diversify your wealth building portfolio in general across asset classes.
Yes.
See, inside the stock market, they say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, guess what? That's one big basket with a lot of little sub baskets. And it's cool to invest there. Still, to this day, it's made more money for across all spectrums. But guess what? You can then take some of the money that you're investing or those profits that you're getting from your Bitcoin basket and invest in private equity business basket.
Yeah.
See, now you're diversifying against asset classes. See, some people are really into this crypto and all of your money is in crypto. That's one asset class.
Yeah.
Diversify across asset classes. Got some money in crypto, got 10,000 in Black Mama brands, private equity businesses and pre-IPO, got some money in papers, assets. That's cool. Asset class diversification, not just diversifying in one class of assets. So it's time to go beyond the stream. You guys have been listening to and learning from my girl, Vanessa Braxton, owner, founder, CEO of Black Mama Brands, which includes Black Mama Vodka, Black Mama Agave, Black Mama Tea, and Cafe. Is going down $5 a share. You will never, ever see that price again. Get with your friends, get with your family members and say, hey, we got a chance to help this sister make history. And let's be 100. We're going to make a lot of money in the process too. But let's help her make history while we're changing our family's legacy. So a lot of people saying I'm in. I'll know you're in when I go back to the screen share and it goes from 29.5 to 39.5. That's how I'll know you're in.
Too, right?
They're cute, but I'll know you're in when I go look at the list.
Yeah. Hold on. So, next episode, what we're gonna talk about is Black Mama weed.
Man, see, you weren't even supposed to give them that. That's beyond the stream.
I'm getting a patent on the bud.
Listen,
you gotta talk to your cannabis.
Let's go ahead. Let's go in. How much time you got? You got time?
Yeah, I got time. How much time you got? I'm the owner.
Let's go in. Let's go in real quick. See, Yeah, let's go in real quick because I want y'all to see the value. If you haven't already realized that that's $1 trillion brain that you're investing in, I don't know what else to tell you. That's $1 trillion brain that you invest. I'm so serious. $1 trillion enterprise directly and indirectly will come out of the brain of Vanessa Braxton. So when you're investing in Black Momma Teas and brand, it's not just that. She has the ability, because she owns all of her stuff, to now become a licensed grower in the marijuana industry. And wait till you start getting the Black Momma vodka infused with CBD. Wait till you start.
I'm already doing that.
So the CBD is already infused, but she's going to be able to, in states where it's legal, to also infuse it with THC.
Yep. Not playing. That'll be next year. And then guess what? The Black Mama, wherever Black Mama, like for example, Black Momma Cafe will be in California. They're going to carry Black Momma weed because it's a recreational state and any franchisee. So wherever it's legal, because what I'm doing is with the grower's license, I'm going to grow organic. Now I don't smoke, so I just only go by, what I learned as a scientist. So you'll grow the pods, we'll grow that. I'm going to put a hybrid. I can't tell you what it is because I'm going to put a hybrid.
Everything. Just know that we all know where the hemp industry and the marijuana industry is dollar-wise, already almost $1 trillion industry, and it ain't even legal across all 50 states.
It's not.
But you're going to be able to own a significant piece of that, just like you are a master blender and a distiller. You're going to take that same model into the marijuana
and put it into Black Momma Teas and cafes. That's my point. You can't stop us when we own the retails. Because then, listen, I don't have to go to your distillery. I go to my own. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Because if I got a product that everybody wants, where you think they're going to come to? That's the key. But if I own the patent on the bud, and now I use the kefir and the rest of the stuff and put that into other products, plus sell to other companies, hold up. You think these Nespresso pods going to have?
Right.
We can be so inventive, but that's going to be a part of that. I have so many, when you're going into the future, when you have a company like this, I'm already thinking years down the line. That's how CEO.
I think it got too hot in here. That might be my connection. Let me see what's going on. Let me see. We might have got too hot in here. If she froze or I'm froze. But let me go to screen share while I'm waiting on her to come back in.
Oh, you froze.
I froze. Okay, I know it. Listen, it never fails. When we get hot, and the conversation gets heavy, it never fails. Facebook, Charter, whoever, somebody starts to mess with us a little bit. So it's all good. It's all good, Queen.
No, we're going to have an episode on that. We're going to do a straight up episode on a couple of things that I need people to know what's going on out there.
So you see we're at 3150 now.
Good. Thank you.
Some of the people are going to already standing up on their word. So do me this favor, y'all. Don't just go in and invest yourself. Share that link. Share this stream so people can hear from the Queen themselves and get excited. But share the link to the WeFunder and also share this stream so they can hear all the wonderful things that she's got going on, man. I'm sorry you guys on YouTube. I'm actually going to take this stream and actually put it on YouTube so you can see her, you can hear her, and I'm going to put the link on YouTube as well. Yes. But you guys, you got to see that there's no better opportunity. Again, Facebook, if you were an accredited investor when Facebook initially started their pre-IPO and somebody calls you and said, hey, we got this little thing that we know is probably going to be pretty big. Shares at $5 right now. Shares at $1 right now. Shares at a dime right now. You want to invest $1 million? You want to invest 10,000? Listen, man, this is the time like no other time in history. And not only is she doing this, allowing us, but any Black-owned business. Now, let me preface this with her words, not mine. My wife said I can't cuss on the stream, but I'm going to quote you. Any Black-owned business that's got their shit together, she can help point you and guide you in the right direction so that you can follow her footsteps and her blueprint.
But make sure I get there first.
Yeah, that's where she's going. And ultimately, when she gets there, she wants to be able to maybe create a course, maybe create some online content that you can tap into, maybe buy a blueprint or something that will walk you through the steps of helping you get there.
No, I'm going to be straight up investing in Black-owned companies and taking them public. That's what this is about. Just like how no, I'm going to put my money, I'm going to set up a hedge fund and put money into other companies and let them scale. And then we're going to take them public. And that's how they're going to learn. And they're going to have to do the same thing. That's my thinking. I'm thinking long time.
I love that.
I'm thinking launch money, you know?
I love that. All right. So now we're going to kill the stream for real this time. Okay. So sorry, Facebook.
Your money in? You put your money in yet?
You already know. You already know it's going down. I'm going to go get my sisters and my brothers. I'm going to get everybody in.
The kids.
Going down. So yes. And we got some heavy hitters on the stream too. So it's probably about to start jumping by the thousands and the 5,000s here in a second. So appreciate you so much taking the time.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. Definitely. And I'm going to teach, I'm going to expose you to a couple of things offline.
Yeah. So we see, you guys will be able to get the behind the beyond the stream access a little bit later. But right now, I'm going to take the information and then I will put it out there for y'all. So I'm H. Cortez. She's Vanessa Braxton. You've been listening to and checking out Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man. Until we talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, y'all, you deserve it. Peace out.